Hi, thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. My name's Tony. We'll be discussing the 8 limbs of yoga as an approach to getting more out of your practice and how you can incorporate the yoga philosophy into your life. So the 8 limbs is just a construct that you can bring into your practice and to bring into your life. So the first one is called the yamas. And this is kind of your moral fiber, so to speak. There are 5 yamas. The first one is Ahimsa. And Ahimsa is just a Sanskrit word that means to do no harm and non-violence. So what would that look like in an asana practice, in your actual yoga practice? So if you have a tendency to be very hard on yourself, or maybe push yourself a little too far, be competitive, if there's somebody in the practice that you're trying to get to your shape to look like theirs, this could potentially create some negative thoughts in yourself, and even pushing yourself could possibly hurt yourself physically, cause some pain. So if we go through our yoga practice in a way that does no harm, to really bring in ahimsa into our practice, we're just going to settle into the moment, non-judgmental, and just kind of agree to not push yourself too hard in the practice and do anything that's outside of your scope of ability. So let's settle in on the mat and kind of explore this in a few poses. Settling on the mat, we inhale, lifting our crown to the sky, and exhale, dropping our shoulders away from our ears. Noticing our breath here. Noticing the sensation of the rise and fall of our chest. Just accepting how things are in this moment. On a nice deep inhale, we circle sweep our arms up overhead. Our palms unite, bringing our hands back down to our heart center, reminding us to be grateful, opening our heart, and to just kind of accept things as they are today. Set an intention for your practice. Perhaps your intention could be to incorporate non-harm, non-violence perspective into your practice. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up overhead one more time. Exhale, we lean over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Getting a little bit of motion here in our spine. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, just slowly bring our arms down, floating slowly down as we rotate our hands. Maybe reversing direction when our hands come to shoulder height. Coming all the way down, touching the mat. Inhale, lifting our chest high. Exhale, slowly walk your hands out in front of you, hinging at the waist, keeping your core engaged. Now there should be no pain or discomfort here, just kind of opening up your heart and your body, getting some movement, resting here for one more breath. Walking our arms back up, coming back into our seated position. Settling on the mat. Maybe lifting our crown towards the sky on an inhale. Exhale, dropping our right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. We're going to do that 2 more times, coming back to center. 1 movement per breath on your cycle. Coming over to the right. And as we do this, we just remember to not stretch too far. This is just getting some movement. There's no competition here. Just easing into our practice, warming up our body. And as we meet in the center, settling our shoulders down away from our ears, perhaps blinking our eyes open to a soft gaze, bringing our hands to our knees. This is our Sukhasana, our easy seat. Our hands in a downward mudra, our position, is to signify that we are being grounded, that we want to bring in a grounding attitude to our practice. With our hands up in an upward mudra, it's accepting and opening ourselves up to the gifts that the universe has for us. So these are just some principles that you can kind of bring into your practice, bring into your life. And you know, a lot of yogis are vegetarians, are vegans, and that's how they incorporate to do no harm in their lives. And that's not to indicate necessarily that you need to do the same, because how you incorporate these ideas of Ahimsa is that really up to you. Through self-discovery and just finding out what Ahimsa and to do no harm means to you, I'd invite you to just reflect on the meaning of Ahimsa and incorporate it into your yoga practice and in your life. Thank you.